All right, diving in today, folks, and we're taking on Hemingway,
Ah, Hemingway.
specifically the old man and the sea, really digging deep. Beyond just what happens, we're going for like the core, solidarity, how we're connected, all that human resilience when things get tough.
And we've got some seriously insightful analysis to help unpack all this.
Yeah, this literary breakdown really gets into the nuances of the novella. Right away, something jumped out at me about Hemingway, especially after 1937. His work seems to shift.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's like there's this tension between the individual, like the lone hero, and this deep interdependence with everything around them.
Right, and Santiago, he's like the perfect example, right? So much individual struggle, but he's so tied to his world.
Totally. And this source points out how the old man in the sea is kind of a turning point. Like, even though Santiago is all about pushing through alone, his journey, it just highlights how interconnected everything is.
It's everywhere, yeah. Think about the sea, how he sees it. Like a living being, feminine, this powerful force, and all the creatures in it, companions in a way. Remember that line? No man was ever alone on the sea.
Yeah, that's powerful. And it goes beyond just like feeling sentimental, right? There's his whole relationship with the marlin, not just some fish he wants to catch. This analysis, it emphasizes the respect there, even love, which grows as they fight.
A bond, almost.
Exactly, a bond. They actually use the word brotherhood. It's not just predator, prey, but this worthy adversary, like equals almost. Really brings out how the hunter and the hunted, they depend on each other in a way.
That's not that simple, right?
No, not at all. And then after Santiago kills the marlin, there's this guilt. It's not just, oh, I had to, but like he crossed some line, maybe. He feels responsible for this life in a profound way.
Yeah, that guilt. It's not an accident. Hemingway's doing that on purpose, showing us there's something deeper going on. And then those sharks showing up. The analysis suggests it's not just bad luck, it's part of the system.
Right, like the brutal truth of the sea, everything's connected, but it can be harsh.
Exactly. And Santiago, he doesn't regret going after the marlin itself. It's more that maybe he hurt it needlessly and then it's lost to those sharks.
Which again shows that deep respect. So even in his isolation, there's this constant awareness of interdependence, a different kind of heroism than just the lone wolf, right?
Absolutely. But this interdependence isn't just about nature. Look at his relationship with the boy, Manolin. Such a key part of the story, the human connection.
For sure. Manilin's belief in him, the help he gives, it's crucial for Santiago. And you can see how much he worries about Manilin, even when he's out there alone, the boy's in his thoughts.
And he needs that faith.
Definitely a source of strength. And this analysis even points out how it's not just Manilin, the whole village, even the old fishermen, they're worried about Santiago. So he's not completely cut off, he's part of something bigger.
Woven in.
Totally. And the symbolism backs this up, right?
Hmm.
Like the baseball stuff, DiMaggio, it's not just a random detail.
No, it's this shared human experience, endurance, aspiration. It connects Santiago to the world beyond his little boat.
And even the symbols which seem individualistic, they tie back into something collective, like the lions in his dreams, the crucifixion imagery, they all point to these shared struggles, interconnectedness in the face of suffering.
Deep stuff.
Yeah, so to me, the big takeaway here from The Old Man and the Sea and this analysis is that even when it looks like someone's fighting solo, there's this profound emphasis on our connections to people, to nature, to something larger than ourselves.
It's like Hemingway is saying we can't escape those ties.
Right. So here's something to think about, folks. For those times in your own life when you feel most alone in a challenge, what unseen connections, what dependencies might be there, shaping your resilience even if you don't see them.
What are your marlins, your sharks, telling you about those hidden bonds?
It's something to ponder. All right, until next time, happy diving, everyone.
Keep exploring.